How's it going, everybody? It's everybody's favorite urban nomadic survivor here, James and Ganja Dog. Actually, that might not be any better, but yeah. So it's been a couple of weeks since I've posted anything. That wasn't really by design. I was doing like 2 videos twice a week. Then it went to 1 video once a week, maybe 2 if you were lucky. Here lately, the last couple of weeks ain't been crap. Like I said, that's not really by design. That's circumstances. I've mentioned it many times in previous videos. I was trying to start a business. I went down last month. I was able to rent a little virtual office space to give me a physical address for a business. I was able to get a business license and my tax license here in Sacramento. So officially, I, your favorite nomadic urban survivor, am officially a small business owner. Business is called McRae Industries. Unfortunately, also officially, I have a product line, but I don't have enough products yet to support a website or a store on Amazon. And that's kind of what I've been doing for the past month and a half or so. Definitely hardcore the last couple of weeks, which is why I haven't posted anything. I just want to do a real quick update. This little red baggie here, just one of them reusable bags you get at the grocery store. It took me roughly 15-20 minutes to fill that up with dried thistle. Why, you ask? Would you ask why I am harvesting dry thistle? In case you're wondering, that is what dry thistle looks like. And as you can see, it's a rather prickly flower. Give you a real quick backstory. Thistle is the native flower, the national flower of Scotland. I myself, being 2 generations removed from the motherland, seems when you're born in America, they call you a fucking American, whether you're proud to be here or not. But then again, anybody that lives in America, all you got to do is look around current events. You can blame it on the president, you can blame it on the left, you can blame it on the right, you can blame it on the left, blame it on whoever you want. Current state of affairs in America, I don't know too many Americans right now that are really wanting to admit they're American. But I don't know. I've always been proud of my Scottish heritage. So personal opinion towards this country's government and the fact that everybody seems to think they need to communicate with their thumbs. Ooh, look at me, I can tweet, I can text. Who gives a shit? I was born in 1971. I learned how to say hi to my fucking neighbors by saying, hello, how are you doing today? They learned how to answer back, oh, I'm doing pretty good today. How are you? Kids today, how are you doing? Wow, you just spent 10 minutes to type out everything you could have said to me in 30 seconds. So anyway, back to the point at hand now that the gripe's over, sorry. The beautiful thing about shooting on your cell phone, you don't edit, can't edit on this damn thing. It'll let you cut pieces out at the beginning or pieces at the end, but it won't let you combine the 2 in the middle once you splice everything that you want out of it. I found that out the hard way. But anyway, getting back to the thistle and why I'm harvesting the thistle. Thistle, like I said, quick backstory, is the national flower of Scotland. Here in America, they consider it just a common weed. You can find it growing in pretty much any roadside ditch. But when it's not in this condition, which is dry, it is green and purple. It's got purple flowers here. And it's, as you can see, got a bunch of these little prickly thorns on it. They're there when it's green too. They are sharp enough to prick you, when they're green, and they will. It also has an oil similar to stinging nettles, so that they not just sting you with a little burning sensation, they inject the oil under the skin and it burns a little bit longer. Well, now that this is dry, these are needle sharp, and they will go through your leather work gloves. They don't go through as fast or as often, but in the past handful of days, see, I harvested this is Thursday, I did this Tuesday. It took me about 20 minutes to fill up that little bag. I had one go through the glove when I was harvesting it, and as I've been processing it down to get this little white fluffy spot here in the middle, I've had about 3 pieces go through the gloves. So they will still go through the gloves, not as often, not as fast, but they still are needle sharp. They still inject the dry oils. Like, let me rephrase that. The oil that's normally on there is now dry. This will inject it a lot farther under the skin now because it's dry and sharp as a needle. So you can do this by hand. I've done it by hand multiple times. Matter of fact, I've got 2 previous videos about using this as a tinder bundle, and I've done it by hand both times. I've got stuck a bunch of times, but I did it by hand. It can be done if you're careful. But this, like I said, is what thistle looks like when it's dry. This is what it looks like after. See, it's got a little piece on the bottom. This here is actually all seeds, and I'm actually pushing my luck this year on harvesting it because it's going to start going to seed soon, and some of these have fallen apart and gone to seed as I've been tearing it apart, which you will lose a little bit of the down, but the trick is to do it so that you lose as little bit of down as possible. Let me put these 2 away and I'll show you what I do with this. This is thistle down. You notice it kind of looks like a tuft of rabbit fur. In a 2-inch by 2-inch, 2 millimeter thick plastic bag. Squeeze the air out of that a little bit, and it'll flatten down a little bit. What this is for, I'm going to, in one of the products I make, is a fire tinder kit. And I don't have it with me, but I've used it. I've showed it off a couple different times. Essentially, that's what it is. It's a kit containing tinder. Why did I choose thistledown? 2 previous videos show it best. It works like a flash tinder, which is kind of what I thought. When I first tried it, I wanted to see if it worked like a flash tinder. But I've learned, once the flash goes out, all these little hairs will hold your ember just like a piece of char cloth. Roll it up into your bird nest and poof, you get your flame if you're doing it right. But I'll do a better product review on the tinder kit when I'm completely done with it. But essentially it will have one of these little thistledown buttons. It will have some shaved down fatwood. It will have some fatwood sticks about yay long. Both the shaved down fatwood and the fatwood sticks fit in here in this little 2 millimeter package. I'm going to have some char cloth that's made out of 100% cotton denim. I'll also have a few pieces of the 100% cotton denim. Like I said, they'll still all be in these little 2-inch by 2-inch bags that are uncharred, so you have the option to make char cloth if you need to. I will have some jute twine in there as well. And currently the model that I made for myself has no thistledown in it. but it does have a couple of pieces of charcoal sticks that I made, and it's got some charcoal dust that I've ground up some of the sticks. The reason I put charcoal dust in there, why are you using charcoal dust? Because I found I couldn't get the charcoal sticks to take a spark from the ferro rod. But through experimentation, I have learned, hey, I grind this up into a powder, I can hit it with my ferro rod and it'll take a spark just like the char cloth. And it'll hold that ember all the way through that charcoal dust. Now, when I did it, I initially put it on a piece of leaf, just a dry leaf that I found on the ground, and did it. And then I put it in a piece of some dried grass that turned into a bird nest, and was able to blow it into a flame. So, like I said, this is not a flint and steel kit. It doesn't have any type of accessory to use like a ferro rod or a striker or anything. Essentially, it is just tinder. I also will be producing a flint and steel kit that will contain a flint, a steel, some jute twine, and some char cloth as well. So, yeah, I just wanted to do a real quick video update. You know, let you know what's been going on. I'm still around, but right now, I made some grub earlier. Ganja dog got to eat. Use my little cook set here. I love this little thing. Got my little windscreen here. The 8-panel high rock. And my little portable pocket stove and a can of Primus gas. The tripod. If you have an option to buy the tripod, get the little tripod. It adds stability, and I put it in areas that are very unlevel with gaps in the middle, and was able to get it to sit perfectly level and still wrap my windscreen around it. So I've set this thing on a tree and used it as a branch, you know. Matter of fact, I think I actually posted a video on it called what kind of tree is this? And someone said it could be an Australian tea tree. Trees are not really my big thing. I know how to identify an oak tree by the leaf. I know how to identify a maple tree by the leaf. And you can go through. But other than that, like I said, this was just a real quick video. Probably about 10 minutes now, so not really quick, but like I said, I haven't done a video in a couple of weeks. That really wasn't by design. That was just how things worked out, you know. Great thing is, like I said, I'm a small business owner now. Bad part is I don't really have anything to sell yet. But I've learned being a small business owner is great. You work when you want to, and you don't work when you don't want to. Problem with that theory is, like I said, right now I don't have enough products to support a website or an Amazon store, so I don't really have the luxury to not work when I want to, when I don't want to work. So in the meantime, I'm gonna get my grub on, find my spoon over yonder, get me some grub on here, just some ramen noodles, and then I'm gonna get back to work. As always, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Happy trails. See you down the road. Peace. I'm out of here.